Drop the
Okay.
bomb.
Drop the bomb sound. Okay, I'm gonna wait till we're actually live on this thing before I start wasting precious brain power. So I don't know. It's still not going live yet. I know it takes a little bit, so we'll wait a second. It's like you hit live and then it's like a delay.
Yeah, it says like live 30 seconds now, so.
There it is. Okay.
Okay,
Not
awesome.
going live yet. I know it takes a little bit, so we'll wait a second. All right. How delayed is this stream? Man, it's pretty dang. It's just such a delay on this stream, man. But whatever. What is up, guys? We are now live. So it is, of course, the punk rock morning show with Erbro and Crazy Kyle.
Crazy.
Where's the sound? I need these. Oh, and then I wish there was a car crash sound.
Right.
There's something.
Something got hurt.
That was a sound. So, but yo, welcome guys. Yeah, today we are talking about a couple different things. We're going to be talking about Buggin, the record of the week, which was selected by beloved Discord grandpa Doug Lachelle. And then we're also going to be reacting to some Nardwaur interviews, and then some other content after that. It will also be in between. We'll be taking some requests from you guys live to check out some music, and we'll be reacting live to your requests, whatever songs you want
And
us
yeah,
to
maybe
react to.
we should just explain too, like the record of the week is something we do within the Discord. So if you want to join and know the records of the week ahead of time, join the Discord, join the record of the week channel, and you can have a chance to submit a record that we might get to react to.
Yeah, we're thinking of like we should also call this. You think call this like "Wake Up and Smell the Punk Rock"? What is
That
that? Is
that
that a good
works.
title? What do you think we should call this show? I'm trying to figure
Wake
out.
up, smell the punk rock. I don't know.
What What do you think? What do you think punk rock smells like?
Ooh, not good.
You don't think it smells good? I feel like this. I'll say this. When it comes to like I feel like punks like they'll actively like avoid showering, but still
Hmm.
not smell that bad. Where I feel
Ooh,
like
no, 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 no.
hold on, they'll smell bad sometimes. They definitely will, but sometimes they just like won't smell that bad. Where I feel like metalheads um just forget to shower and they smell way worse. I feel like metalheads always smell way worse.
Okay, I was at Knocked Loose last night,
Yeah.
and some people smelled like pizza, and then
Okay.
some people just straight up smelled like shit. And
Okay. Just
I was
straight
just
up
like,
smell
I'm
like shit.
hungry. I need to get out of here. I don't know.
Yeah,
It was
nah.
disgusting.
Elliot.
So metal for sure.
What do you
Yeah,
think
metal
smells worse,
stinks.
man? A metal or punk rock? I'll tell you. I know
The
what the
metal fan
actual
for
worst.
sure.
I know what
Long
the
hair,
actual
right?
worst smelling. I know what the actual worst smelling fans are. So, back in the day, I got invited to go to. Basically, it's like this parody, like a parody kind of like band that did like music for like people who are into video games and stuff like that. So
Okay.
it was like, all right. So I got invited to come to this, and I went to this, and that was the worst smelling concert I've ever been to. It was literally the worst. Like the video game parody crowd was the
Yeah.
worst. It was worse than anything I've ever smelled. It was worse than the smell of 40s and cigarettes and vomit. It was just
Uh,
like years of not using deodorant soaked into clothing, soaked into Zelda and Mario t-shirts.
I can confirm this. I used to work at a used video game store,
Yeah.
and there used to be this customer that would come in, and we'd always refer to them as the ocean because it always smelt like a stinky ocean, and
It's more like fish.
it would just like fish, like dirty sand, like that seaweed smell when the seaweed is like starting to like kind of
Yeah.
decay, mostly that, and the whole store would smell for hours after. So
I
yeah,
think yeah.
video game punk nerds.
Yeah, so if you're able to get video game nerds into an enclosed space for a concert, that's I think the worst smell that I've ever smelled. But Ken says depends. Crust punks are pretty smelly. Crust punks are smelly on purpose, though. I feel like I don't know. Leather, also leather. Like I think the metalheads are wearing more leather, right, with the jackets and stuff. I guess
Yeah,
depends.
I
Most
mean,
people.
Screech and Weasel, the Ramones, like those guys wore a lot of leather jackets, but
I
they
feel like
had
they don't sell
T-shirts
that though.
under, so maybe it
Yeah.
helped.
So, but
But
yeah, let's check out. Oh, sorry. Go
no,
ahead.
I was
Give me
gonna
one.
say, who do you think's the best smelling punk genre? I was gonna say maybe ska. Uh,
Gox.
ska maybe.
I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
I feel like modern pop punk smells like patchouli and pizza. So
Okay, yeah, yeah. Actually, there we go. The
I,
pop punkers probably smell pretty good.
yeah, yeah. So there's a lot here. There's a lot here, and I hate it. Oh, what the video game nerds? I think it's Peter fucking Pan.
Yeah, it
But yeah,
is.
we're
Yeah, yeah.
we're gonna check out while we're waiting for people to pull in, and we'll be talking about Buggin' Concrete Cowboys, which is the record of the week, which is in the corner beside me. Uh, but first, we're gonna check out some random fucking videos. We've got two, which are Nardwaur interviews, one with Fat Mike and one with the Transplants. So we're gonna try to react to like all these Nardwaur interviews as well at some point of all these different punk bands. So, yo, Buggin' rules. Check out Move BHC too. I never heard of that. You heard of that?
Move BHC? No,
Yeah,
but I'll
we'll
check
check it
them
out as
out.
well.
Yeah.
We'll check it out after we do Record of the Week. We can play some songs. But
So we're gonna do Nardwar first. Is that what you said?
yeah, we're gonna do Narwhal first. Like
Yeah.
I
So
said.
actually, this just reminded me of something. Seeing the Going Coastal, like this was much music is like our MTV in Canada, and Nardwar is like a big part of it. And
Yeah,
yeah, they
I was gonna
like
ask you because you're Canadian and you have more context of how big Nardwar was. I had no clue. To me he was always just an internet guy. Like I
okay.
just found his videos on the internet. I didn't know it was like actually on Canadian television.
Yeah, I remember
It
watching
does
this
give
live
off
actually. This Fat
it
Mike interview.
really it
Yeah.
does give off like an MTV vibe, like the intro here, because it's definitely I think he switched to just online with the Nardwar, the Serviette with the Nardwar.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
that one is that on TV or is that just internet?
Uh, you know what? I don't remember now. I don't know if they. We'll see. They might play it in here. That might just be an internet
Okay,
thing.
yeah, because this is
Um,
definitely like a television opening, like an early 2000s TV,
yeah, like
MTV News,
this
Spike TV.
this show Going Coastal, like they would always go to like live shows throughout the country, kind of thing. Like they'd be in Vancouver, or they'd be in Toronto,
Okay.
checking out bands. But Nardwar, like, there's this famous video of him talking to our prime minister at the time, John Chrétien, where he's asking him like, I know you used to protest and be like an activist when you were younger, and he was calling him out for, I guess they started
Oh,
pepper spraying
he's like really
protesters.
young. He's like really young in
Yeah,
that,
he's
right?
just
It was
like a
like the
baby
90s.
there.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I think I have seen this.
Yeah, so I think he got pretty famous because of that. I don't know if
He
that's
also has a
how he
band,
got into it,
correct?
but
He also has a punk band, right? Or
yeah,
something.
yeah, I can't remember the name though, but
I know, yeah. But yeah, I guess let's check out him talking to Fat Mike here. This is the first Fat Mike interview, I believe, one of many. The Fat Mike Nardwar interviews are pretty infamous in the punk community, the punk scene. So I remember watching all of these multiple times back in the day, but I have not seen them in a long time. So
yeah.
let's check it out. Yeah, I remember them being my favorites, though.
All right, here we go.
Who are you?
I'm the Fat Mike dude from California,
From NoFX?
and from the Gimme Gimme is my real band.
Hold on, pause it real quick. What did he have tattooed on his lip? Could you see?
I think it's a gimme.
You think it said Gibby?
Here,
Okay.
let's try to.
I don't think you're gonna be able to see it as a fucking pixel.
You can't read
Yeah,
that? I don't know. No. Yeah, yeah.
it said gimme though. All right,
Yeah, that's what I saw. Yeah.
that's good job.
It could be any word I want, I guess.
Yeah. Just,
All right, ready? Let's
Yeah.
get back in there.
Fat Mike, welcome to Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I brought a little gift here for you. Please explain to the people the importance of Canadian punk and your connection to Canadian punk.
My experience with Canadian punk is overwhelming, actually. So even people who are listening won't even get. Let's see what you gave me. Out now. Subhumans. Firing. No productivity. Wow. First Subhumans 12-inch EP. which I don't have. I'm embarrassed.
What was the reaction to Canadian punk? Like people like Joey Shithead. What do you remember about DOA? Because he looked pretty strange back then. It had a real thick accent.
Yeah, when he had his skinhead, he was very scary looking. And DOA were one of my favorite bands.
pause
But,
it real
when you're
quick.
talking about...
I just want to say this. So, obviously Nardwaur comes in and he does this with everybody. He brings in like stuff they'd
Historic
be familiar
stuff.
with. Yeah, historic stuff. I do want to say I've always felt like Fat Mike was always like the biggest punk rock fan.
Oh yeah.
Who just also happened to be in like one of the biggest punk bands. And I think the source of punk rock having such an association with like collecting old records and the whole getting into collecting records like might have came from Fat Mike. I feel like in a lot of ways. I don't know. I feel like he was the first like punk collector type guy that I've ever seen.
I don't know, like I think it's just from that time. Like all those guys in that scene, like I feel like you watch a lot of those interviews. Like even there's a Keith Morris Nardwaur interview. And he's going off about collecting records and stuff. Like I know those guys are all kind of from the same area or whatnot, but I don't know. Maybe it was just a different time then.
I mean, but it's like when I see Fat Mike talk about this stuff in his house and stuff, he's got like the posters on the wall.
His bathroom's like coded.
His bathroom's decked out with all of this stuff. Like he values collecting old punk memorabilia more than I've ever seen any other punk person talk about it from any other band.
You know the singer from the Nightbirds. He just released a book called like Ancient Artifacts, and it's got all this old punk stuff. But I believe the Punk Rock Museum, like half the stuff.
From Fat Mike.
No, half the stuff is from the Nightbirds guy.
Really?
That's cool.
I
I think he gave it to the Punk Rock Museum. Yeah.
That's really cool. Okay. So I mean, I like that Fat Mike is it, but Fat Mike to me is so funny. It's like the band was in the '80s, but he was like the biggest punk rock fanboy. Like he seems like he was born in like the 2000s or something with the way he talks about like punk rock and stuff. Like he's looking back on it like it's this like this ancient history thing. Like he wasn't almost like he wasn't actually there for it, but he definitely was.
Right. No, you can tell he truly like loves it. Like he's in it for the right reasons and everything.
So, but yeah, I'm sorry let's see the chat real quick, then we'll continue. Let's see here. The Evaporators. Yeah, that's the name of the band. I'm pretty sure the Evaporators.
Yeah.
The client says, I'm currently drunk at a bar in Portugal. Rollins collects a lot too. Yeah, I guess Henry Rollins does a lot of collecting, but Fat Mike was the first one that made me want to collect old stuff. I remember that. So I blame him for like the vinyl addictions in many people. I think he's the patient zero of this problem. So
Henry Rollins is the reason I spent an absurd amount of money on a good sound system. I don't know if you've ever seen like the interviews where he has this crazy speakers. I think they're like 60 grand or something. It's like just absurd.
Really? Okay.
But we should watch that one day actually. Yeah.
We'll check it out. Let's finish this one up. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt too much. Let's do it.
The best Canadian punk bands of old years.
You really want
DOA are classic, but they're not really up there with the Neos and
the Stretch Marks.
Well, Stretch Marks were fine, and I did see them 4 nights in a row in LA.
I was a big Personality Crisis fan. What's the importance of the Stretch Marks?
You say Personality Crisis?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Look closer on my shirt.
Oh my goodness, we're bonding.
Yeah.
What's that?
That is a Personality Crisis button.
That's right. Because they were...
I'm just going to pause it for a second. So, like, that's the thing with these Nardwaur interviews, right? Like, these people look at him, they're like, who's this weird-looking dude? And then he comes out here, and he just blows your mind with, like, these facts and all these personal details, right? You can see the shift in Fat Mike's demeanor, right?
Yeah. He's like, oh, this guy knows what the fuck he's talking about. He obviously does like the best interviews. I mean, nobody does an interview better than Nardwaur when it comes to musicians because it's like stuff you've never heard them ask before. Like every other interview is going to ask like the basic stuff. Nardwaur's just going to be like, what do you think of this like obscure Canadian punk band that you like really like? And also, I remember from this interview going and listening to the Neos and finding Personality Crisis stuff and listening to all this stuff. So I remember going back and listening to all these hardcore bands they talk about from these interviews, being like, oh, I got to check these guys out. And the Necros, I think Fat Mike talks about them at some point too. I don't know if it's this one.
Yeah, for sure. Might even be in a
But-
NoFX song or something, but all right, let's get back in here.
Yeah.
Or the Canadian punk band.
Surrender. What's the connection between Fat Mike, Winnipeg, and Cheap Trick?
Okay, the reason the band I'm most proud to have on Fat Records actually is Propaganda, because I think they're rad dudes and they stand for a lot, and they're great. And I watched them play one night. They opened for NoFX, Propaganda did, and I saw a few songs. I'm like, oh, these guys are pretty good. And then they played Surrender by Cheap Trick, and they got the harmonies all right. And I go, I'm signing this band.
Your pause real quick. I forget Propaganda is always Canadian. I mean, it makes sense, but I always forget about it. So,
Oh yeah.
I mean, who do you think? Propaganda is probably one of the best bands that he ever signed to Fat Records, especially back then.
Yeah, and actually, I watched a NoFX concert in Winnipeg recently, and Propaganda was in the crowd, like just watching as fans.
Yeah.
And Fat Mike said basically like, I don't know if you guys realize, but after How to Clean Everything came out, NoFX's sound completely changed. He's like, we completely ripped off Propaganda's style.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, he admits it. It's so funny. I remember these old punk forums back in the day where everyone was just like, oh, NoFX is like total shit. They wouldn't be anything without Propaganda. They stole their whole sound. And it's like, Fat Mike just says he like tried to copy them.
Well, it's a thing too. Like, I mean, Fat Mike's behind the scenes working on all these albums we love.
Yeah.
So he wrote it. Like he can take it. I think he gets a pass.
No, yeah, it's totally fine. But I mean, also like I realize like how many Canadian bands that Fat Mike has signed, because it's like Chicks Dig It, Flatliners. Apparently SNFU is Canadian. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're Canadian actually. Yeah.
They're Canadian. Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't think that was Epitaph.
Real Mackenzie's.
Real Mackenzie's. Yeah. So tons of Canadian punk.
St. Catherine's.
Yeah.
The Dirty Nil. They're kind of local to me actually.
That's pretty sweet. All right. So, yeah, there is a long storied history of Canadian punk and Fat Records. So, let's keep going, though.
What about the Reading Festival? I noticed that Puddle of Mud is opening for you. What happens when stuff like that happens? When like a band that's huge in America ends up opening for you in Europe?
Oh, yeah,
Puddle of Mud are opening for you.
I've never even heard Puddle of Mud, but what's even better is we're playing Japan in a couple months, and No Doubt's opening for us. And that's better than Puddle of Mud opening for us, is No Doubt is opening for us.
How did other band members usually react in a situation like that? Like the No Doubters.
Pretty much, well, we know Adrian because we golf with Adrian, the drummer. But we're in their face the whole day. Hey, when you guys going on? Just fuck with them. And when Garbage opened for us, they were pissed, too.
Garbage opened for you? Where was that?
That was in Germany.
I want to see the president drop dead. And I made it too.
I do want to say the California vocal fry is like so President Fat Mike right now. I feel like he's played it up a little bit. He's like, yeah, it's even cooler. Like, Garbage opened for us. Yeah, I don't know who Puddle of Mud is, but
the funny thing about that Garbage set, I think he's talking about Bizarre Fest because I've watched the set, and he basically is like saying that he's sleeping with the singer of Garbage throughout the set. So I'm sure that had to also add to it.
Oh, really? That's too funny. I mean, it's also funny. It was just like a Puddle Buzz him for you. She's like, yeah, I don't know who that is, but no doubt. Poor Puddle of Mud, man. They can't catch a break. We should react to Puddle of Mud covering Nirvana. That's always a classic.
That's the what I fucking hate you song, right?
Yeah.
No,
About a girl. Oh yeah, that is I fucking hate you or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, they also did that Schizophrenic Psycho song. So, I mean, it's all right, I guess, for
it's
like
okay.
a rock band. Yeah, let's keep going here.
Thanks for your time, Fat Mike. Keep on rocking in the free world and doot-doodle-oot-doo. Almost, Fat Mike. Doot-doodle-oot-doo. We're missing one little part there, Fat Mike. Doot-doodle-oot-doo. Doot-doodle-oot-doo. One more, just please, one more there, Fat Mike. Doot-doodle-oot-doo.
Dude.
All right, how much drugs do you think Fat Mike was on there?
I don't know. I can't tell if it's just the Californian talking or if it's like he's actually on drugs, because all these like all these like Californias back in the day just always wanted to seem like they were like high as fuck, even though they weren't. That was like,
Right.
I'm just gonna talk like Pauly Shore. Also, like Pauly Shore, I don't know if he was a stoner, but he talked like he was a stoner. You know, I feel like Fat Mike is not that far off from doing the weasel there.
I think Pauly, did some drugs. I've seen him do interviews where he talks about like Sam Kinison like babysitting him.
Yeah, I remember
And those
that.
are super hard drug users. So
Yeah, so I mean that was the first. I believe that's not my favorite. I think the when he's wearing the yellow Descendants shirt, that we'll watch that another time. I remember that one being like my favorite interview with Nardwaur. But yeah, Nardwaur really does aggressively do that. Dude. I always forget about that. He if they don't do it, he keeps doing it, and then he does. I remember he didn't do it this time. He does the freeze. Remember that where he just freezes
until they say it. You mean?
No, he just after it he goes do. They go do, and he just stands there like this.
Okay, yeah. I've for sure seen that. Yeah.
He started doing that as well. I remember. But so that was obviously a very cordial interview, with Fat Mike. Now this next one we've got the Transplants. Our interview the Transplants where it's like they're kind of dicks. So Caddy says Fat Mike's best man, the greatest songwriter of our generation. Damn.
I agree.
Ken says Chicks Dig It. Yeah, Canadian punk band Chicks Dig It. Garbage is a great band. Then Ken says they also sing Blurry, which I think is a Puddle of Mud song. And Bible Dumb podcast coming in with the Three Flames. Well, yeah, so this is we're gonna do Nardwaur. You never seen this one, right? You don't think you have?
I don't.
This
think
one is so blurry. It looks so shit, but there's no way to get a better quality version of this video.
I gotta go to like Much Music headquarters. I don't even know if that is it even a channel. I haven't had cable in years, so I don't even know.
Yeah, what do you think of the Transplants? Do you like them?
I do. I mean,
yeah.
There's only so much I can take in a sitting, but I saw them play. It was like the tour was like Rancid, the Transplants, the Adolescents, and Sick of It All. And I just remember they played that. They were touring for In a War Zone, that album, and like I don't know, the energy there was just felt so dark, and everyone was just like going nuts, and for whatever reason there was just a lineup of cops at the back of the show. It was like an outdoor show, and they were just screaming like "fuck the cops" and all this stuff.
You think they just paid them to come out there and do that for the vibe? I think it would be good. Yeah, if you're a punk band, pay cops to show up, and so it can seem really dangerous.
Yeah.
These guys are breaking laws. But I mean, I love the first Transplants record. I think the second one, Haunted City's underrated. The third one that came out way later is not very good at all. But
I think that's what I'm talking about. Isn't that In a War Zone?
Yeah, I think it's In a War Zone.
War Zone.
It's like okay. It's not my favorite, but like I think the merger of kind of like all the different sounds, Transplants are pretty cool. But there's definitely like three guys with like really big egos in the band. You've got Tim Armstrong, which I think Tim is the lesser of the ego. You've got Skinhead Rob, who's like a hard, like, I don't know, just got out of jail and joined the Transplants. You've got Travis Barker, who's like going through, I don't know, trying to be the coolest motherfucker on the planet phase. I guess he still is trying to do that, not as much, but
I mean, he survived an airplane crash. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Was it around this time or was it later?
Oh, much later. So I guess he had no excuse yet. He or maybe he knew it was gonna happen one day. But
real quick, we'll do some people in chat here. Says Caddy says, on that note, went to a trio show last night and saw Spanish love songs for the first time. Would recommend for fans of the Menzingers. Yeah, Spanish love songs are really good, man.
I was at that tour like last week too, actually. But
you saw Spanish love songs?
I did not like it. It was
you didn't like it?
But it sounds just like the Menzingers, but like something felt missing to me. But
they're not as good as the Menzingers.
Yeah.
So Bible Dumb podcast says, love Tim's solo album. Yeah, I like A Poet's Life a lot, but I can't stand the Transplants. So I mean, it's not for everybody. I like the Transplants, but in this interview they act like complete dicks. So let's check it out.
Hi, it's Nardwaur, the Human Serviette here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. You're still watching Going Coastal's Warped 2005 special. Here's my interview with Skinhead Rob and Travis Barker of the Transplants.
Oh man, the audio is fucked.
Yeah, it sounds like we're in a tin can or something.
Yeah, it's all good. Let's keep going.
Who are you?
Travis. It's Rob.
From the
Transplants.
Hold on, pause it already. First off, this song's great. It's also that shit. This is the shampoo commercial song everyone likes to
Yeah,
talk about.
yeah.
But Travis like already seeming like he's like on edge or he's like coked up or something. He's got his hands behind his back. He's really sticky. He's like, I'm Travis. That's Rob. I'm like, yo, Rob can introduce himself, dude. What are you doing here?
Rob
Right?
looks like hungover or something.
Yeah, Rob seems hungover and Travis seems like slightly coked up.
Is this Warped Tour as well? It looks like it, maybe.
I think it is Warped Tour, yeah. He's very standoffish already. He's got his hands behind his back. You can tell, because Nardwaur is like you got to learn to like have fun with the interview. You can't take it too seriously. I mean, it's a great interview, but Nardwaur's, he's doing a goofy character. So you can't have too big of an ego where you're like, why is this goofy character interviewing you? And I don't think Travis can get past the fact that this guy is acting like a goofball.
Yeah, you're gonna come across as a jerk no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't, honestly, if you're mean to Nardwaur, you look like the worst person. So let's keep going.
What about this guy right here? Just finishing off with the rap influence as I reach into my pocket. Sugar free.
Yeah, sugar free. Oh, you did research on that, son. Yeah, also, right there. If you don't have.
All right, he's pretty happy there. Like,
yeah,
that's the
he's
biggest
into
smile I've ever seen from Skinhead Rob.
Yeah,
ever.
that's the biggest. Yeah, right. I think that's the biggest I've seen Skinhead Rob smile. So Skinhead Rob's into it. He's into the interview, so he likes it. He's like, oh shit. He's like, you got something I love.
It's like sugar free.
Travis, it's not so much. You'll see.
All right, let's get going here.
That sugar-free street gospel, go get that.
What can you tell people about Sugar Free? His flow is incredible, isn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure. And once again, another real pimp. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just classic West Coast right here. You know what I'm saying? Like sick with it right there, sugar free. We're gonna make it on our own. We don't need anymore.
Travis, when you joined the Transplants, or were you at the Transplants the initial time that Rob was in the Transplants? Are you a latecomer to the Transplants?
No, I was a latecomer.
When you joined the Transplants, were you aware of how down with hip-hop Rob was?
Stupid.
What do you mean?
I'm saying that's a stupid question.
Well, Rob is really, really down with it. And you know why it's not stupid? Because check this out. This is how down Rob was.
Not a good start, right?
Yeah, no, not at all. He's like stupid. He seems like a little kid though. Because he's got like his hat and his shirt's too big. So he seems like a little kid's just like. So do you know how down with hip hop Rob is? Stupid. I'm like, no, I don't want to talk.
He looks like he should be on the cover of an RKL album. Right?
Coming on like a little toddler. Let's see here. What are people saying? Ken says, we don't get to see Tim on television. Yeah, it's a banger. Yeah. Bible on podcast says, Tim said he made more money on that shampoo commercial than anything he's ever done. That's pretty funny.
Go for it, Tim.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that interview, if you got it, that'd be super funny.
I think it was in like a phone
got
commercial.
The bag. It's like, that's when I got that bag. Gagne Fruities.
That's how he was able to fund like all the Hellcat bands or something, maybe.
Yeah, it's like that's when I signed the Interrupters. I created them from the Garnier Fruities for no money. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, like he's like, how down with hip hop? Did you know Rob was so down with hip hop? Which he's coming off like like an old grandpa talking about hip hop, but you just gotta go with it. And he's like, what? This is stupid. What is stupid? All right,
I mean, it's not even that bad of a question, though. What if he didn't even know Rob? Like, I don't know.
I will say it's not the best question, but you just gotta answer. You just answer. Just be like, yeah, I was always into hip hop as a kid. That's all you gotta say. It's like, and Rob was into hip hop, the ones I listened to. So it was a good match when we got together because we both listened to a lot of the same hip hop and like whatever. Just talk about that. So, but no, he's not gonna do that.
Know what I'm saying? We should do a count of how many times Skinner Rob's gonna say know what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Oh, Sugar Free's a pimp, just like me. I'm also a pimp.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We pimp it. Let's do it. Let's keep going.
With hip hop, right here. This is you, Rob, as a member of the Black Student Union. There is Rob right there.
Yeah.
What is going on there? That is down with it. Rob, as a member of the Black Student Union?
Well, yeah, it was originally like multicultural club called Brothers is United, but because of whatever agenda and reasons they change it up because you can see there's other people besides black kids. But yeah, freshman year, Coast West.
I shot in heaven. Now I try. No one lives forever. In fact, we all die.
It's pretty funny, though.
You guys were in a shampoo commercial.
Yeah, I mean that's hilarious. Like,
Black student union. Awesome.
is this where he learned about hip hop? I don't know.
I mean, this is it. Skinhead Rob has he's showing that he's got the roots in hip hop, and that he grew up with it. What's Travis here? Travis is looking like a poser in comparison.
Just some poser.
Yeah, I mean, Skinhead Rob was in the Black Student Union. Nobody's putting Travis Barker in the Black Student Union. That's all I'm saying. Travis Barker is spindly ass is not accidentally getting in that picture.
He's in the chess club or something. I don't know.
He's in the chess club. All right, let's keep going though.
A little while back.
Well, we weren't. Our instrumental for one of our songs was.
No, maybe you're the wrong person to ask, Rob, but did you use the shampoo at all?
No, but I know a gang of bitches that do, and they swear by it.
They're asking about the shampoo. Hold on.
Did you just ask him if he knows what shampoo is, or if he used to use?
No,
shampoo?
they're talking about the Garnier Fructis commercial.
Yeah, but then his response was like, "Yeah, I know some bitches that used to use shampoo."
No,
Right,
he
is
said,
that what he said?
he said, I know plenty of bitches who use shampoo, who use the shampoo. He's basically like, he's asking him if he uses the shampoo, and he's like, nah, like, what? That's gay. I don't use shampoo. He's like, but I know a bunch of bitches who do.
You know, let's go to the comments for a second.
He's trying to make the shampoo commercial like us selling out our song to the shampoo commercial is actually hard because we get a bunch of chicks who use our shampoo.
Right.
So he's turning it around to be like, actually, it's fucking awesome. Our songs are the shampoo commercial because we get bitches. That's what he's saying.
It's actually the most hip hop punk thing you could do. Is what he's saying. Yeah.
He's actually, I don't use it because I don't have hair, but I know I got plenty of girls who use Garnier Fructis now and listen to our music while shampooing.
Okay,
So,
I gotta read what Ken said here. He said, I respect that a band with two bald dudes could get a song in a shampoo commercial. And you know what? I think it's technically three, because I don't think Travis has hair, and Tim doesn't have hair usually.
Tim had his head. It's all of them were bald at this time, yeah.
Maybe that's why they're like unfamiliar with shampoo. So
maybe they didn't know. Maybe they thought Garnier Fructis was like an alcoholic beverage. Yeah. Bible to Paga says, I got girls with mad hair. He's like, oh, my girls got hair and they shampoo. They use Garnier Fructis. That's pretty funny. You can see they're like a little insecure about the Garnier Fructis commercial. Like, just own it. Like, I don't use it, but I don't use that.
He's even like looking away and stuff, it looks like.
He's like, I don't. He's got his head down. He's like, I don't use that, but I know some girls who do.
All right,
like,
What do you guys do with the money you got from the shampoo commercial?
I bought deodorant.
How about you, Rob? What did you do with the money? Did you buy a car?
No, I probably smoked it all away.
What's the name?
But now the interview's getting a little more tense, as you can see. You can see that I think Rob is now realizing that Travis doesn't like this guy, and he's tensing up a little bit as well.
All right, yeah. I love the callback kind of to what we were talking about earlier. Who's the stinkiest? And Travis is like, I got deodorant now, so it's not the Transplants.
I mean, look, we all know Travis Barker smells like nothing but Axe body spray. So, like, that is the embodiment of Axe body spray as a human being.
They should have like a Transplants crossover Axe body spray, right?
That would make more sense. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely should be like a Travis Barker line of Axe body spray. I feel like
maybe Fructose owns. What is it? Is it fruit? Not Fructose.
Fructose corn syrup.
Yeah,
Garnier.
Fructis. Maybe they own Axe.
Obviously, yo bitches aren't washing their hair with Garnier Fructis, dude.
No, maybe back in 2003 when this was popular.
I don't even know if it's still around, but yeah, all right. Things are now tense. All right, Skinhead Rob is realizing that Travis ain't fucking with this dude, and they asked about the shampoo commercial, which obviously Rob is insecure about. He's insecure about the shampoo commercial. Can't admit it. It has to put his head down and be like, "Yeah, my girls use it though, so whatever."
He's like, "I ain't no nerd." Like Nardwaur's a nerd, right? So
And Nardwaur's a nerd. Yeah. Why is he asking about our shampoo commercial? We getting the bag and we getting girls. So, but let's continue.
Sir, was it casting a shadow over you?
Nah, you're putting your microphone too close to my face and you're gonna make me mad.
Oh, sorry
You're
about that.
irritating me.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Why am I irritating you?
Because you're putting your microphone too close to my face.
Well, I was afraid that you weren't speaking loud enough.
Well, I just...
Okay, well, anything else you want
just gotta say, drummers, man. Like you put a mic in front of them, they don't know what to do. They get pissed.
It's also just like, it's like, nah, your mic's too close to me. It's like, oh, why is that bothering you? It's like, it's making me mad. It's making me
Jeez.
mad.
Now I know why he married a Kardashian.
Yeah,
It's
he's
all
like, it's
making
making me
sense.
mad. And then he was just like, yeah, well, you're speaking too quiet because it's like, speak up, kid. We can have a fucking hear you. You're mumbling. It's like, yeah, whatever. He's like, speak up. Like,
If you hang
use your
around
big-
Tim Armstrong long enough,
Yeah.
you start talking like him.
Yeah, Nardwaur is like, use your big boy words, Travis. Like, I'm mad, making me mad. So, all right, so now the camera's coming down. Like, it looks like their crew probably grabbed the camera and put it down.
Is this gonna lead to
Yeah.
a fight?
Yeah, dude, it looks like it's about to lead to. This looks like it's about to lead to an altercation. So I want to see Travis Barker versus Nardwaur. You know what? I feel like Nardwaur actually low key might kick Travis's ass. What do you think? Who do you think would win in a fight, Nardwaur or Travis Barker?
I think anyone could beat up Travis Barker.
He's very
After this
skinny right
interview,
now.
yeah.
I mean, Skinhead Rob definitely could take down both of them. And so,
For sure.
But I feel like a Nardwaur versus Travis, it could go either way. And so, but
Yeah, Nardwaur probably like low key knows some sort of martial art or something. you
yeah.
know?
I could see him being a black belt secretly.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, that would be the funniest thing ever. Seeing like Travis like swing and then get like
Nardwaur choking him out.
Nardwaur flipping him on his back.
Doot doodaloo doot.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he puts the mic up to him and he goes, "Say it, and Travis, do, and he's tapping out. All right,
All right, let's see if that happens.
let's see if that happens.
to add to the people? Can we please keep this rolling? Can we please keep this rolling? Can we just finish off the interview with Doo Doo Doo?
So awesome.
Thank you very much, Transplants. Anything else you want to add to the people out there at all, Travis?
No, I'm all good.
How was that on mic placement?
That was better.
Thank you, I'm learning. I'm not a professional, but I am learning. Anything else you want to add to the people out there at all, Rob?
If you don't have these records, UGK, Sugar Free, Macro, Booyah Trap, go get them.
Well, thanks so much, Transplants. Keep on rocking in the free world and doo-doo-doo-doo.
Okay, all right.
Awesome.
So that was the transplant. That's one of the most infamous Nardwaur interviews because they're like complete dicks the whole time. Now, Skinhead Rob, I think if it was just Nardwaur and Skinhead Rob, it would actually end up being a cordial interview. But it seemed like Travis brought the whole mood like really tense. I don't know what. I feel like he was coked up, low key. He seemed like he was a little coked up.
Pissed. Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed like really pissed off. So.
I went to like the Honda Civic tour the one year when Plus 44 was playing, right? That was like when Blink broke up. And Paul Wall was also on the tour. And Skinhead Rob played with Paul Wall the whole tour. So
I love Paul Wall. Paul Wall's like,
tipping on full float, right? That's the jam.
sitting sideways, bone in the dice.
Yeah, he had like his grills and everything. It was cool. But yeah, I wonder if like that's where Travis and Skinhead Rob kind of started hanging out, or if that was after the Transplants. I gotta figure out the time on that.
Probably around the same time. I mean, the Transplants record came out at around the same time as Paul Wall's first record. So
Okay.
about that. But yeah, I mean, Paul Wall has just gotten into like the jewelry business a lot now. I mean, he was like one of the big pushers of the grills. And,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I think even I don't know if Travis had grills at some point. I feel like he did, but.
Probably from that tour. Paul Wall probably was like handing them out to everyone.
Yeah, well, they custom fitted. All right, the bottom top silver and the bottom teeth silver and the top teeth silver and the bottom teeth gold.
Oh,
That's
okay.
like-
That's
That's
the
from
fashion.
the Grill song with Nelly. You ever heard that one?
I'm sure I have. I just probably don't.
Oh yeah, it's a
remember it as
classic. Let's see here. Peter Pan says, but the implants are good. Yeah, the implants are good.
Mhm.
different than the transplants. I like the transplants as well. I like both. But obviously, Travis Barker is kind of was a big dick back in the day. A real ego for no reason, being like the scrawniest kid. But yeah, I guess we'll go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, do you think he was that way when he was in the Aquabats? Do you think he was like the meanest
I
Aquabat?
hope he was the grumpy Aquabat. he's like grumpy Smurf.
Come on, Travis.
I can't imagine the Aquabats interview where Travis is acting like that. It's like, get that mic out of my face. You're making me mad.
He's like, I'm not super
In
rad,
the
I'm
full
super
uniform.
mad. You know?
Super mad.
Ugh.
That was good. That was good. We'll move on from this. We'll move on to the Buggin, the record of the week here.
All right, should we want to watch a little bit of maybe their live stuff, and then we'll talk
Yeah,
about
I
it?
can get set up. I'm just gonna take a piss real quick. Take 2 seconds. We'll do it. Let's see
Okay.
here. Taco Man. Let's read. You can read some comments while I'm gone. So
Sure,
I'll
yeah.
be-
Let me get this queued up here. Okay. So what are you guys saying over here? Insecure about his cred. Yeah, Taco Man, probably. But I don't know, Blink would have been huge at this point, right? You'd think he'd have no problem having a little interview. Close. All right. What about anyone listen to Buggin in the chat? Any comments so far?
All right.
Nothing yet. Yeah, Taco Man was just saying, Travis was probably insecure about his cred. But I mean, like, Blink was huge at this point, right? So
Yeah, I mean, I guess he was like insecure that he was like the drummer of like what was considered like a boy band essentially.
right.
Like, and now he's in the Transplants, which is like the super hard rap group with these punk rockers, these skinheads, these rats.
I made a realization, I think, the other day. Are the Skunks? Is that like the Skins and the Punks? I always hear Lars Fredriksson.
It's a combination of the word skins and punks. And usually the skunks are like the non-racist skins.
Oh, okay.
There's also sharps as well, but I think skunks are kind of in the same category. I'm pretty sure. You could tell me if I'm wrong about my punk lingo in the chat. Yeah.
Up the Skunks.
But yeah, it's like a combo of punk and skinhead. Skunks. With those skunks. Fuck them motherfucking backstabbing cunts. That's my favorite line from the Transplants. Yeah, let's see here. Caddy says, did you catch the first band at the trio show? Only got there for about half of Spanish love songs and had never heard them before. Did you catch the first band?
Yeah, the first band was Slow Mosa, and they're like they're from Norway, and it's kind of like Caius or like sort of Queens of the Stone Age, like that stoner rock kind of type of music. It was good, but I don't know. I always find with those bands, like, you kind of hear like a couple songs and it's all kind of the same unless you've like are familiar with the records. But Rat Patrol is from Norway, right? In our Discord, and he was saying he's seen them. He likes them a lot.
Hell yeah. Well, let's check out this Buggin. What is this, Snack Run? Yeah, this is one of the ones I liked a good bit. So I think I have like 5 songs pinned on this record. So yeah, we're now in the section where we're talking about Buggin, Concrete Cowboys, record of the week. If you want to talk about this record after we, if you want to come on live and talk about the record, if you're involved with record of the week, you can. Just in the Discord, we have a waiting room. If you just want to hop in that, I'll eventually notice and move you over to the main, and you'll be able to talk live with us. If you don't want to, that's fine. But yeah, we'll be talking about Buggin, Concrete Cowboys, selected by Discord member Doug Lachelle. But let's check out Snack Run. Let's Royal Farm. All right.
That was awesome.
That's with the burp at the end. That's the song. Okay, yeah. I was like a snack run, the one where they burp. I just remember that vividly because it was right in my earlobes.
There's a little bit more. Let's check out the rest of this.
Yeah,
See
go
if
ahead,
there's
play the
gonna be
rest.
some funny stuff here, maybe.
How do we feel about fruity candy?
I love it.
Interesting. I wouldn't buy fruity candy, but if someone had fruity candy, like,
You won't buy Skittles?
no.
That's crazy.
Like, if someone has Skittles, I'll take some.
Okay, they gotta watch the food tier list because I think
respect-
John put Skittles in the F tier.
I don't think he likes.
Oh, you're
I don't
a
think he
Skittle hater too.
Skittles are like whatever. They're fine. You ever had the freeze dried Skittles? But yeah, that
Freeze-dried Skittles, no.
yeah, they're pretty good. But yeah, that was like it's a solid hardcore song. It's like a lot of these. I think his whole record's only like 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, they're short
And-
songs.
I think it has a lot of personality, especially the music video, which is kind of the vibe I was getting, which is just kind of this like you, especially when you're younger, hanging out with your friends in like a basement, eating junk food, playing like retro video games, like farting, drinking beers, listening to music. It definitely has this kind of like immature vibe to it, but I think it's like it's fun. It's a fun vibe, you know what I mean?
It's
overall,
it's so much fun.
It's a fun hardcore record, which, you know, I think some hardcore records like take themselves way too seriously, and I just can't really get into them. Where I'm like, look, hardcore. At the end of the day, it's kind of goofy. Let's have fun with it. I think hardcore is the fun hardcore, the fun metal. Like that's why I like Municipal Waste as well, which I would compare this honestly to the Art of Partying in a lot of ways, having a similar vibe at least, not sonically, but how they have the same vibe. The Art of Partying is the same thing, where you're like chugging beers with your buddies, eating fucking Cheetos, waking up on the floor, type
Right.
thing. So, but what do you think?
Yeah, and even the song "The Customer Is Always Wrong," like that's like a you're like in high school or early 20s or something, maybe working at a retail job, dealing with people, so all that stuff. But yeah, I wrote down here too, like it's got all these songs about the youth, like it's got all the ideal hardcore record elements, right? Like the cool bass tones, tons of good
Yeah.
two-step. You got like the rants in the middle of songs,
I love a good rant.
Yeah.
So. Let me a good rant. I think the two that stick in my head when I'm thinking of like punk and hardcore rants is the RKL and Betrayed.
I don't know
And
if
then the
I
other one,
know that one.
you don't know, and Betrayed, there's like a rant at the end. And then also Vision's Closed Minded, there's like a pretty funny rant at the end as well. But yeah, I mean, let's see what people are saying real quick based on that video. So your Bible Dumb podcast says, reminds me of the Chats. Wait, who? Like this band? I don't know if it's this band. This band does not remind me of the Chats. Unless they were talking about, what's the band you talked about that was touring with
Oh,
Alkaline?
you know what? Maybe what he means is the lyrics, like being
Oh.
fun and that kind of stuff. Because
yeah,
he said
the-
pub
the
feed
Chats-
after.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah. The Chats have a similar vibe. Yes, I'll say that.
Yeah.
Ken says, I feel like just watching this video is giving me acid reflux. Yeah.
Yeah,
Old
those
man,
cheesy
acid
puffs,
reflux,
man.
Yeah. I'll tell you, dude. I ate like a bunch of Takis before bed one time. I woke up in the middle of the night like multiple times. The worst heartburn ever. I felt like I'm an old person now. That's crazy.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah, all those snacks were for the youth too.
yeah, I can't eat them now. So, Peter Pan says, Snack Run, yeah, one of my faves from this album. And Murderholic says, it's a good album, but it's just one song the whole time to me. Yeah. I mean, I think that's like, it's definitely going to limit it. But I always say, I think like the most important things are kind of like songwriting and structure. And I think the structure of this, it's also 20 minutes. You know what I mean? So if you're going to have something that's like very similar and all bunch of fast songs, then 20 minutes is perfect length for that. And I think that's in its favor. So,
Yeah, I could see too. Like you go see this band live, right? They have like a 20-minute set, and they come out with this whole banger, like right in your face. So
this is definitely like a live band. Definitely a band you want to go see live, 100%. Because I feel like if you are going to do hardcore, I feel like, and also punk music that's like this as well, should be short. 20 minutes album, I think, is fine if you're going to do these types of songs. So
for sure, yeah.
it's like a short little adrenaline boost. So if it was longer, if it was like 35 minutes, yeah, I'd start probably being like, all right, when are we going to wrap this up? But it's not that. So
You know what? Let's watch a little bit of a live show. Get the
Sure.
vibe here.
Yeah, let's check them out live. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. So Your Hard to Kill is my favorite track.
And yeah, like I'm just gonna give a shout out to Hate56. I watch your videos all the time. They're amazing. There's so many good bands on here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know where the start of a song is. This looks like they're maybe about to start, right? All right, let's see. Let's check it out. Yeah.
Bugging out! Yeah!
Yeah, floor punch.
Hell yeah. I don't think that worked for that guy's favorite too well.
I missed it.
He did this.
What did you...
He did the stage dive, and like one person caught him, and he went flop down. Like they did not get him. So it's a fun time. This reminds me of like local, like a successful local show. Obviously, I've gone to local shows where it was like 8 people in the entire audience.
Yeah,
but
you get those suicidals just in there throwing their arms, like 1 or 2, right? And you're like, I'm not going in there.
I went to I went to a hardcore show. It was in a church basement. This church allowed people to play shows at their church in the basement, and it was my friend's band, which I showed you, and a couple hardcore bands. And I did not go into that pit. Like I was not even gonna fuck with it because it was like people literally like swinging their fists down and swinging their legs in the air, and I was like, I wear glasses. Like I just can't do it. I'm risking like losing my vision going in there. And usually I'll have somebody with me. I'll hand them my glasses before I go into the pit. But this one I was just like, I'm gonna stay this one out. And this dude just comes over to me. I'm on the corner of the pit and just drop kick, like literally roundhouse kicks me in the face, knocks my glasses off.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck this, dude. It's fucking stupid. This is like I'm too old for this now. Kid says tried to spot Doug in the crowd. Doug's in the back, yeah. Like on his cage shaking.
Dude, I was thinking about Doug yesterday because I ended up on the floor at the Knocked Loose show. Like all of a sudden, like it was a huge venue, and like they're like, everyone look each other in the eyes and then start pushing, and then like the place went fucking crazy. And I was holding a record and a t-shirt, and I was getting into it. It was fun, but then I landed on my ass, and I realized like, how does Doug do this without breaking his hip, you know?
I don't know if he does it, but
oh no,
maybe
in our Discord he's always posting videos of him in the pit. He gets his wife to film him or something.
Oh hell yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I still go into the pit. I just didn't want to go. I'm not going into the hardcore pit. I'll go into punk show pits. I'll go into like some metal band thrash pits and stuff like that. The hardcore pit, sometimes that shit gets way too much.
It's a different vibe, for sure.
Yeah, Murderholic says you don't wear contacts at shows. I don't wear contacts at all, so I've never really worn contacts. Dave Slayer says I'm so much bigger at 38 than I was at 18. Pits actually got easier for me. Yeah, I see some older guys getting there that are huge.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, it's like I get knocked down probably less, maybe, because I would just hit the floor in like when I was younger, like multiple times, and walk away totally fine. But now, if I hit the floor, like I think, like the next day, I'm feeling it.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that's what I mean. I was feeling it last night. Yeah.
And I work like on roofs and climbing and carrying things. So when my knees were fucked up from a concert, it really sucks nowadays.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Stay out of the pit if you're over the age of 20 or something.
Yeah, Murderholic says best pit is the skank pit. I agree. I love skank circles and circle pits and skanking. So that's why I do like going to see ska bands and ska core bands. So
yeah, it's always fun.
I always love skanking, so I'll even skank when it's not appropriate, like at different shows. I remember skanking at the Tiny Moving Parts show, which is like an emo band.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I saw Mustard Plug once, and there was 10 people at the show, and there was
That's
just
awesome.
one dude skanking by himself in a circle.
That
And
guy's
it was the saddest thing I'd ever seen. But
No, that guy's having a good time though. I'll see here. Bible Dump Podcast says the two craziest pits I've ever been in were Anti-Flag in the '90s and Andrew WK. I can see Andrew WK having a lit pit.
for sure.
Honestly. A lit pit. So, is it a phrase? Is that like an album? There should be an album called that or a band called
Lit
that.
pit.
Lit pit. A lit pit.
There you go.
So,
Heard it here
all right.
first.
Let's continue this. This is a good. This is a good vibe. This concert. So let's keep going.
Oh shit.
Going insane, dude. I'm going crazy.
It's gonna be like a quick fast part to end it, you know?
Oh,
The
dude, they
classic.
better. I feel it. I feel like I'm at the show. I'm getting hyped, dude.
Oh no.
I feel like I need
I
a
didn't
beer.
have one.
No, they didn't. All right, but yeah, that was pretty good. They do have faster songs though, and I would love to see that transition from those like chugging breakdowns into which they do on the album, which is one thing I like. Where they'll have these chugging breakdown, and the next song is literally just kind of like a really fast hardcore punk song. And I think it's a good transition. It's a good vibe. So the record it's a short 20 minutes. It's let me see what songs that I have pinned here. All Eyes on You was one of my favorites. The Customer's Always Wrong. Great record one. Poser Bulldozer. Excellent song. I just
Yeah, that
love
was a good one.
That's funny. I never heard the term poser bulldozer, so that's funny. So, the song Concrete Cowboys. Also, what's interesting is they randomly would end some of these songs with almost like ragtime type music. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and at one point it sounded like an intro to a Kid Rock song. They did like a Hell Yeah Cowboy thing
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on. Yeah.
Our
Not-
favorite,
not
one
a
of our
Kid-
favorite.
Not a Kid Rock fan in the
Big Kid
slightest,
Rock
but-
fans on the channel, so can't get enough of. What's that song? Show me, dude. Have you seen that music? Oh man, maybe we should react to that at some point. That'd be super funny. It's the funniest music video I've ever seen by Kid Rock. But let's see here. What are people saying? Gaddy, have seen Lit live. Can confirm there was no skanking, so there was no lit pit.
at the lit show.
There was no lit pit at the lit show. That's funny. Yeah, I was gonna say Kick Rocks as well, Ken. Kick Rocks is. I love like if you're like a hardcore band or hardcore punk band, like taking like old like phrases and stuff, like eat dirt, kick rock, and turning that into a fucking hardcore punk song is like awesome. There's a band. They're not very good, but I love the name. It's like Dumb as Rocks.
Okay.
I love that name.
Did you like Redacted? I felt like that was like a different tone than the whole album. It was more kind of like poppy feeling, more like positive vibes, kind of like a Kid Dynamite kind of feel.
Let me see here.
Maybe I'll play a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's like a yeah. No, I liked Redacted. I don't think there was a song in here I didn't like.
Yeah, just like even this like intro.
Yeah,
Kind of reminds me of like
I
Street Punk
remember
or
this.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does sound like a street punk song. It's like the virus.
Yeah.
And since the last three tracks are great. Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a cool song too. I don't know. I love the whole album. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10 to be honest.
You give it a 9 out of 10?
Give it a
Dang.
9 out of 10.
I mean, I feel like it has limitations with what it is. I think it serves its purpose well, and I think that's one of the ways you can only judge bands like this, where it's just like, yeah, are we like creating this grand masterpiece like a Journey album or something like that. No, but you're judging it by what it's trying to be and what it's supposed to be. And I think what it's supposed to be, it does perfectly well. But I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's 20 minutes of just honestly some. I think you were gonna say. I was gonna say this as well. Is that like for some reason I always find chick hardcore singers like are my favorite. Like I like them more than regular. Like not all the time, but I feel like I like rap. I feel like I like the higher pitched screams and just the sound that they do on the record. I like screams over growls, and when you have a chick singer in a hardcore band, they're always going to do screams more than growls, most likely. Also, kind of has more of like a raspiness to it. So I don't know why I always liked. I'm always just finding when I hear like a girl singer in a hardcore band, I feel like I actually am really enjoying it. So, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I think the type of scream, I think they call it like the fray scream or something like that.
Okay.
I used to be in a hardcore band, so I tried to learn a couple of these things at one point. But yeah, I agree. Like I know you guys did that like interview about like women in punk rock and stuff, and I feel like all the women have went to hardcore. Like even at the show I was at yesterday, it's like there's a ton of chicks at the show. Like
yeah, I was gonna say that as well. I forgot to mention that. I was gonna say hardcore for some reason is like popping off in the scene with like skate punk and even like pop punk and ska and stuff like that. Just don't seem to. I mean, it's because hardcore is becoming very popular, and when something becomes very popular, you get a lot of female fans, and that's why you should always like not hate on people for getting big and possibly selling out or whatever that could possibly mean, because that's when you're bringing in more people into it. Because hardcore is like popping off. Hardcore is bigger than I say most punk subgenres right now.
Well,
entirely.
I saw Alkaline Trio 2 weeks ago at the same venue as I saw Knocked Loose last night and Drain, and there was like 4 times the amount of people at that show.
Yeah,
like Alkaline Trio could not pull that same vibe. So, but no, I agree. Like I love the female vocals. Like there's like I'm a huge fan of Walls of Jericho. Their singer Candace. I don't know if she kind of started it. There's her and there's another band called Undying, which is original members of BT Bam, like Between the Buried and Me, right? And Prayer for Cleansing, if you guys are into those guys too. But aside from them, I never really saw too many female vocalists. And then I'm trying to think, like, when Code Orange kind of blew up, I wonder if that kind of spiked this, like, wave of female fans in hardcore. Because I feel like every other video now on Hate56, it's like this awesome female vocalist in front of a hardcore band, and you just see tons of girls in the pit just going nuts.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe it's a Code Orange effect.
It could be. It's a Code Orange effect, and it's also just because it's like the newest, freshest thing in the scene right now. I feel like hardcore is. So, I mean, hate it or love it, which I like a good bit of it. It's not my favorite, but I mean, this was good. I liked Buggin more than I liked Drain, easily.
You know what, man? I never got Drain, and then I saw them live, and like,
I'm sure they kick ass
dude,
live.
They're like a new Pantera. I didn't realize how much they sound like Pantera.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Go back and listen. Like it's.
I have to listen to them with that in mind. Like a Pantera sound. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But let's see what the people are saying. Ken says it's no new America, but it kicks ass. Peter Pan says Redacted. It's a highlight for me too. Redacted. It was. I think you're right. It's like just randomly like a street punk song almost, which is cool. Mm-hmm. Caddy says it's called a Wilhelm scream. All right, it's not called a Wilhelm scream. Bible Up Podcast says so many girls with hair at hardcore shows. No, actually, a lot of them don't have hair.
If they do, it's a little shorter.
As they do, it's a little shorter. Yeah. So I don't know if those. You think the hardcore girls are using Garnier Fructis? Some.
I don't know. Like at the show last night, there was a lot of goth girls. I don't know if goth's making a comeback, but a lot of very dark black hair.
I mean, the aesthetic is, at least. I don't think the music is. So at least, there's a lot of like even like black metal aesthetics are coming in, but black metal is not particularly in, but like stealing the aesthetic is in.
I feel like the Garden has stolen it. There was all these people dressed up as black metal people at the show, actually.
Yeah, there's
wearing wizard hats and stuff. It was something. It was like a Juggalo fest almost. Yeah,
Peter Pan says, "Yeah, Turnstile. It's pretty pop. I'm assuming he means like popular. Turnstile is also very popular. I think Turnstile is probably one of the biggest things that drew in a lot.
For sure. Yeah.
But yeah, that's Buggin. I give it an 8. You give it a 9. We think it's a
9.
solid record. So good job, Doug. We liked the record. We thought it was pretty good. But
Yeah.
I guess now we'll do. I don't know if we'll have time for that final video, but we can at least do some song requests. What do you think? From
Sure.
anybody in the
Does
audience.
anybody have anything they want to?
Yeah, if you guys want us to react to anything, preferably something we can like. That's not a mainstream band that we're gonna get that we're gonna get like basically blocked worldwide for playing a fucking 2 seconds. No Green Day. We're not reacting to Green Day. So if you got some smaller bands or some upcoming bands or something you want us to check out, let us know in the chat. And Murderholic says everyone's taking old subcultures and throwing away the music and using the aesthetic. A lot of times, yeah. With black metal especially, like The Garden does it. There's rappers who do it. Blade, you ever heard of Blade? He does it as well. He kind of takes some of the black metal aesthetic. So does Ghostmane. The Ghostmane was in actually a black metal band, but I showed you Ghostmane, right? You actually liked at least the more rap, like not his new stuff, but the more like weird.
Oh yeah. That was kind of, I don't know, not
Let's
something I'd put on again probably, but it was interesting.
I love it. I love Ghostmane rules. But we got 2 requests here. We've got Redline by Coke Bus, Ken says, and Murderholic says Cheerleader Roadkill. I don't know which song Murderholic did. It says NASCAR Ala. Okay, we'll react to another NASCAR Ala song. I don't really care. NASCAR Ala is another one who's like, it's like he's definitely taking like the punk rock aesthetic and using it for the music. Isn't really like, obviously it's not traditional punk rock. I'm not gonna say he's not punk. I don't really.
He's on Epitaph. He's got to be punk, right?
He's punk. If you're on Epitaph, you're super punk. So is there a music video for it, or is it just the song?
It looks like it's just the song.
All right, let's check it out. Coke Bus, Redline.
Oh, there's a Hate 5-6 video for them.
Is there?
Should we check that out maybe? Or
Listen to Ego by NASCAR Ala? Is that you mean listen to? Is that the song by NASCAR Ala, Ego? Well, let's check it out.
Must be.
Or NASCAR Ala. Yeah.
All right, let's check out this Redline song first.
Yeah, just
looks like I've already listened to it a bit. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm at a local show right now.
All the feedback.
All the feedback, yeah. It feels hype. I love small hardcore shows. They're really fun.
Yeah, I feel like they're more fun almost than a lot of the punk shows lately.
Oh,
just because people are so into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm liking this.
Yeah, it's fun. Here we go. Alright.
Two-step. Cool.
I mean, yeah, that's
like
fine. Honestly, if you give me if there was like a hardcore comp, that'd be fine with that. But that's about all. It was fine. I like Buggin much better than Coke Bust. So
yeah, Buggin's on another level. But
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe the other Coke Bust albums are even better. Who knows?
type in yeah, it might be good. Type in Cheer Leader Roadkill for this next one. This is a Murderholic recommendation.
Search bar gone.
Yeah, what happened to the search bar, dude? What the hell?
Not here either.
What the hell? Your search bar disappeared?
There we go.
Oh, what
Weird.
the fuck is that? YouTube, I swear, dude. These updates.
Sorry, what were we searching for? I can't even remember now.
What if they want to randomly Cheerleader Roadkill. What if they want to randomly hide the search bar? Like, that should be an option.
You'll watch what the algorithm tells you to watch.
You'll watch the algorithm. Anyway, something with a music video. So this Sewed Shut. So all right. So some context for this band. This is like Murderholics has listened to this band like 300 times already. It's like Murderholics
He's always talking about this band. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've never listened to it. So
I listened to. I believe I listened to the album. So, but yeah, let's check out Sewed Shut.
I'm seeing stars.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah.
They're an inflatable house or whatever.
Yeah, it's a great music video. That's awesome.
It's got a Nirvana vibe, you know, mixed with like pop punk.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's like pop punk Nirvana vibe, definitely. A little grungy. It's like everything is just like, yeah, this is all low effort. Like, we're not trying. We're also slightly drunk.
I love that the drum kit's on there too.
I know. Is this singer? Oh, is this lead singer look like a young Chris from Left and Jake?
Which guy? The guitarist?
The lead singer.
Yeah. Oh, I can see that for sure. Oh yeah, he's even got a checkerboard guitar strap.
As for Chris here. I like that. It was a vibe. So.
That was cool. I'm gonna check them out now.
Yeah. I believe I listened to the I believe I listened to the album. So, but I was driving around. I try to listen to a bunch of albums. I can't always register what it is, but I believe I like this more than when I listened to it originally. So I'll have to give it another listen. Murderholics, they called for the same. Yeah,
Sorry,
go ahead.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I saw the singer in the sentence bit.
Read it.
Actually, you know, speaking about Drain, they cover the Descendants, and some kid walked by. I was telling my buddy he's not familiar with the Descendants. I was like, that was a Descendants cover. Like I was like, that's who that was? Thank you. I had no idea. So I was like, Drain's introducing the Descendants to a younger audience, maybe.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely. I mean, there's definitely like a gateway aspect to a lot of these bands. So, but let's check out NASCAR Allo Ego, and then I think Bible Dumb says, let's read what some people are saying. We're like saying, "LOL, what happened?" Oh, what? I don't know. Caddy says a lot of people said I brought up autopilot off too much last time, so I won't talk about. I don't think anybody said that.
Now I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, now you're bringing them up too much. I don't remember. I remember someone bringing autopilot off so much, but I don't remember being like, "Oh my gosh, dude, shut up about." I like the band. Bible Up Bugga says reminds me of the Punk's Dead video by Softplay. Watch that if you haven't seen it. We'll check that out next after the NASCAR Allo Ego. They got a music video.
Music video. Tell. Like, there's a couple songs. Is this the right one? Clash Ego Bite.
Go up to the top. What's the very top here?
This one's just called Ego.
Yeah, it's just Ego, just that one. It's the first one.
Cool curse words.
Yeah, it is.
Bitch, I'm NASCAR.
running all the way home.
Started off by R. Kelly's song.
I'm running all the way home.
Trapped in the NASCAR car.
I don't wanna hide, I just wanna lie next to you.
I like this better than the other song.
It's not bad. I like the music.
It makes me think of like a little bit.
I don't got no ego. I don't got
got no ego, girl. I don't got no ego. I don't got no ego, girl. I don't got no ego.
But yeah, like the artwork is pretty punk. Like it looks like a punk, right?
It's not hardcore punk record. Cultural appropriate.
I got all this love, baby.
Yeah, Little Peep a little bit too, yeah. That's like Suicide Boys.
But they all dance to me. When it turned their backs on me, and that's all I can't
What
believe.
is 444?
I guess they switched up on me. I guess they switched up. Claiming they got love for me, but they don't give a fuck. Acting different suddenly, 'cause I'm about to come up.
I don't know, man. I don't even think I can listen to this whole thing.
Please, don't switch up on
Now we're in the schizophrenic.
Yeah.
This is what I expect when I hear Nardwaur out. Schizophrenic rapping. I mean, it probably achieves the sound he wants it to, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Definitely. The feeling I get while listening to Nardwaur out is what he definitely wants you to feel. This song is fine. I mean, I don't know. I can never get into him. Like, I got into a couple different emo rappers, kind of alternative rappers, but this was NASCAR Alley. I can never particularly get into. But that song was better than what we heard before. But let's. All right. What did Bible Dumb said? Punk's Dead by Soft Play is another one. 444 means love, support, and guidance from your angels. Yeah, I knew it was like a god number. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to watch this dead video.
Knows all about the god numbers.
Well, this is his like generation, right?
Well, 444. It's old. Like it's like 999 to 666. It's yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe he's really into the Bible.
So let's see here. Punk's Dead by Soft Play, or is it Punk's Dead or Dead Punks?
Punk's Dead.
Punk's Dead. Punk's Dead by Soft Play.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
I got into Little People Juice for quite a lot. Yeah, I like both those guys.
So my cat's trying to get out.
Hello? Yeah, all right. Sorry, we'll be there in a minute. Okay, bye. Bloody hell. Oh, mate.
It's another
bouncy castle.
So it really is like that one. Oh god.
Bouncy castle. Where do you want it?
This was what was the last band? Cheerleader Roadkill.
Cheerleader Roadkill.
This was them when they were first getting into bouncy castles.
This is the prequel.
Yeah.
This is the prequel to the Cheerleader Roadkill music video. So, and now they're randomly British.
Right.
So. All right, this is a cooler bouncy castle. Reminds me of Red Fang. Or like a clutch whip. I like it.
Are they British or Australian?
I don't know. Same thing.
Soft play! What, mate? No, I don't like this spineless shit. Not one bit. I thought you were it.
This seems like the UK.
I like it, bro. This is good.
Yeah, this is awesome.
These kids are hard as fuck.
Right.
Right, it's okay, yeah.
This sounds popular as fuck. It's like if Crash was a good band.
Is there bloodstains on that bouncy castle? It looks like there was.
Soft play! Should have done your research! I want my money back, boys, for the t-shirts!
This song rules, dude.
Me first! Is your back sore? I bet your knees hurt! Is this another publicity stunt? Thought you were rowdy, thought you were punch! What the fuck's with a new name anyway? Soft play, more like soft cunts! I don't like change!
It's cool.
Bugs dead! Pushing up daisies! Come and get a load of these PC
No,
babies!
oh my god, pause real quick. This reminds me of the Gallows.
Oh yeah,
100%.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
The vocals,
that's
for sure.
what I was like, who's this sound like? Yeah, it's Gallows. This is like That's awesome.
My
Yeah,
name
I
is
fucking love Gallows.
Casanova. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm basically a man. Head of a wolf. This song's going out to the girls. You're all looking fucking fine. Yeah, Gallows Rule. Also, Grey Britain is better than Orchestra of Wolves, in my opinion. That record goes so fucking hard.
Well, didn't the singer event? I didn't follow them too much. I mostly know the early stuff, but didn't the Alexis on Fire guitarist become the singer for a bit? I think he was touring with them.
Oh, I don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah.
So, but Gallows Rule, this band rules, soft play. Definitely got to check out more of their stuff.
Yeah.
So if you haven't listened to Gallows, listen to Grey Britain. What a fucking phenomenal record. I should probably recommend that for like record of the week next time or something. I almost did it this time. People probably would have liked it more than Potato Pirates.
It was mixed bag.
Mixed bag. I mean, like I thought it was like like just a simple band to use for record of the week. Nothing particularly challenging, but I don't know. Some people really didn't like it.
I think
like,
people
why?
like to be challenged though on the record of the week.
I think they do.
They give it a
sometimes.
good listen.
I felt like the last one was. That's why I was like, maybe we'll just do something simple. I try to go with the vibe of what the previous one was. I can't remember, but either way, they used to be called Slaves. What, the band? Soft play?
I guess so.
Or Gallows? So Slaves.
Yeah, that's not the best band name probably to go with.
Yeah, no, soft play is not a good band name. It's fine. It's just I wouldn't expect him to sound like this. I was expecting him to sound a lot more chill. Can't say I like the Potato Pirates more than most Rancid songs, to be honest. Yeah, but you hate Rancid, so I'm not gonna take your opinion or anything. Rancid rules. So I know I hate Rancid, but
Hot take, I guess. Yeah, it is good, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Rancid rules. Rancid's awesome. Rancid haters can get out. Okay?
Yeah, I don't get the Rancid hate.
You're on the list, Murderholics. So this week it's gonna be the decline is gonna be picking this week's, which I'll announce tonight. So and then I'll also find out who's next and I'll let them know. Soft Play did. This song is about the backlash they got for changing it. Oh, they got backlash. Who is also a band that got backlash for changing the name? Was it was Eskimo Callboy, right? And they changed
I've never heard of those
to
guys.
Eskimo Callboy, like a metal core type band, and they changed their name from Eskimo to Electric because I guess like people are saying like they're not Eskimos, they're using the word Eskimo. I don't know, but they got some backlash for changing that as well.
Right. Yeah, I can't think of any other bands that have changed their name for any reason, but
let's see here. Well, we got no other request here, so I think we'll probably wrap this up here. I think we're at a good amount of time.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, this is the Record of the Week stream. We're probably going to rebrand it to just be a morning show. Record of the Week is kind of only a 30-minute segment of it, where we're going to do videos in the beginning, then we're going to do Record of the Week, and then we're going to do music video reactions after that. That's kind of the format that I see. What do you think, Immortal Coils? That sound about right to you?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think it's fun, especially watching these old interviews, just time capsules.
Yeah, the Transplant one is super funny. I guess. So that's
I can't believe I've never seen that one before. I've seen so many Nardwaur.
Yeah, the guard, yeah, it's Skinhead Rob getting like insecure about the Garnier fruit teas comment was super funny.
We gotta look like I'm assuming Nardwaur's got to have interviewed Blink at some point with Travis there. Like I wonder if it's a totally different.
No, he's never interviewed Blink.
Oh no! Wow.
Never. Yeah, I don't think so. I thought this would be as long as the last one. No. So it's the 2 hours thing we were trying not to do.
yeah.
We're trying to do an hour and a half at least for these. The 2 hours got a little too long. So,
but don't worry, Murderholics. You can tune in next week, and we'll have more content.
Thank you for showing up. Murderholics has showed up to all of them, so I really appreciate it. He did Lars from Rancid. Yeah, he did a Lars one, so we'll check out some more Nardwaur interviews, and there's a lot of stuff. So if you guys have some like interesting like punk news segments or old punk videos and stuff like that, like there's one I think we'll do for Halloween. It's Danzig talking about his book collection. It's so funny.
You know what, before we end too, I got to give a shout out to Doug. I know me and him go back and forth a lot, saying some pretty mean things to each other, but
oh my God, dude, just
Doug, you know, you're the youngest guy I know at heart, so we love you, and this is an awesome pick, so thank you.
That's in the stream. That was cringe, dude.
Yeah. Fuck Doug. He sucks.
There we go.
There we
Yeah,
go.
Doug sucks, dude. 4 out of 10. Buggins.